Whoever I'm speaking to today, you are doing this incredible balancing act between the light and the dark, between your north node and your south node. But Spirit says, it's time to speak your truth. We've got Alethea. This card is all about speaking the truth, going towards the truth. You see that rose there? The top is dark, the bottom is light, and you are right here in the middle, just doing a wonderful balancing act. But it's time to choose. It's time to speak your truth, whatever that means to you. We've also got the shapeshifter and the shadow. You've been living in your shadow for way too long, and you're wearing this mask. You see this here? You've been wearing this mask for far too long. You're seeing half truths or half falsehoods. I don't know how to say that. I really feel like it's half truths. You're seeing half the story. You're perhaps just remembering half the truth, or maybe you're making it up in your mind, or maybe you just want other people to see a certain side of you, and that's why you're being the shapeshifter right now. You want people to see the light part of you, but you're living a double life. You're living the dark part. You're living in your shadow. And Spirit says, it's time to make a decision. This is the sword. It's time to make a clear-cut decision between the light and the dark. What's it going to be? Are you going to go towards your north node, or are you going to stay in your south node? You've been on that tightrope way too long. For whoever I'm talking to, it's time to make a decision. Light or dark, north or south. Welcome to Don't Dim to Fit In. I'm Maggie, and I'm so glad you're here. All right, we're going to get some more energy out here and see what else Spirit wants to say. It's pretty clear. This tightrope right here, look at that. It's pretty well balanced. Like, you're doing, whoever I'm speaking to, you're doing a really good job walking that line. But like I said, this Athelia energy is all about truth. And when you're in alignment, you're speaking the truth. Our souls know the truth. When we hear someone speak the truth, we want to speak our truth. So whoever I'm speaking to, Spirit is saying, it's time to speak your truth. Not this half-truth, not this shapeshifter, whatever you've convinced yourself the truth is, the actual truth, your actual truth. Yeah. If you're avoiding your shadow, if you're saying to yourself, I'll do anything but that, I'll work on anything but that, that's your shadow, my friend. It's time to do some shadow work. Gotta go within and do that shadow work. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Trust me. I know it's hard. I've done a lot of shadow work, and I'm still doing shadow work. But can't get to the light without going through the dark. Again, on this card, look at this. That's gray. That's darker. That's lighter. I mean, this is the work that we get to do to get to our north node. It's beautiful. But the decision has to be made, and the work has to start. That's the message. I'm just the messenger. Okay, let's get some more energy out here. All right. We are going to use these cards. We've got empathy and mortality. Just wanted to show you that. Probably going to take some empathy and some forgiveness. Forgive other people, forgive yourself, perhaps. Okay, Spirit, let's get some energy out here for this Athelia. for this light and dark balance, for this truth that my truth seekers and my wisdom warriors need to know for their highest and greatest good. I believe that's an amethyst on this card as well, and maybe a tiger's eye, I believe, could be significant. Might want to get those crystals if you're into that kind of stuff. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Get some more energy out here. What do we have? Okay, we've got honesty. Yeah. This is going to take a lot of honesty with others and honesty with yourself, right? To get out of this shapeshifter energy, this telling stories to yourself, you know, these half-truths or leaving stuff out. This says, I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. Yes. Honesty is very important, especially in shadow work. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Yeah. I had to be real honest with myself when I was doing my shadow work. It's not easy, but it's definitely worth it. Okay, what else? There's that purple again. So I feel like the amethyst is very significant, or some crown chakra work would be helpful to some of you. We've got Breaking Dawn, Violet Angel, again with the purple. It's very significant. Crown chakra, amethyst. You could be 23 or 32. That could also be your birth date. We've got change. Yes, it's time to change. Change for the better. Look at that. There is one thing certain in this life, and that is change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Yeah, look at that. Change is good. Change is beautiful. Yeah. Okay, what else, Spirit? Okay, what about the shadow? All right, we've got growing up, number 17. This says wanting to grow and experience, rejection of perpetual youth. So yeah, I just feel like with the shadow and this shapeshifter energy and the sword, the sword is basically, it is very cut down the middle. It's time to make a decision. It's time to grow up and make a decision. Okay, are you going to change or not? Are you going to do the shadow work or not? Spirit is telling you it's time to make a decision. It's time to grow up. There's no other way to say it. I mean, that's what the cards are saying. It's time to make this decision. Are you going to stay in the shadow, or are you going towards the light? What are you going to do? You can't be in the shapeshifter energy forever. I mean, you can, but Spirit's going to make you change. Spirit's going to bring in a tower and you're going to change. Or you can make this decision with this sword energy. You can choose to change. You can choose to do the work, the shadow work. Yeah. But Spirit is literally telling you it's time to grow up. It just is. Okay, we have Snow White and her animal friends. You inspire trust and confidence. Number 9. Yeah. So you make this change, you can inspire others to make a change as well. Yeah. You inspire trust and confidence. When you work on your shadow side, you do that work and you grow and you change, you can inspire others. They'll see that change in you. Once you make that decision and you move forward, it's a beautiful thing. You could really like animals, or animals could be really attracted to you. I mean, they love you, they come up to you, and they're not scared of you or anything like that. Love nature as well. Okay, what else, Spirit? Number 9 is also significant of change. Anything else? This says, follow your own good advice. Trust yourself. You know what's best for you. Yeah, this feels like you know that you need this change. Spirit is telling you you need this change. Maybe you've been telling yourself, oh, I really need to do something. I really need to make a decision. Maybe I should cut out bad habits, or maybe I should XYZ, just maybe I should maybe I should just make a decision. Maybe there's a decision in your life that you need to make in order to change, to grow, to do something different. Yeah, it's time to follow your own good advice. Yeah. Okay. And at the bottom, we have, you are rare and free. There are not many like you. Yes. You are rare and free. There are not many like you. You can do this. You can do this. You can make this change. You can make this decision. It's time to stop wearing this mask. You've got this. Okay. Yes, it's definitely time to speak your truth. Whatever that means to you, however you want to do that, whether it's actually speaking, writing, music, art, whatever that means to you, it's time to speak your truth. It is. Okay, let's go to the tarot. Spirit, what do my truth seekers need to know for their highest and greatest good? What is the advice? What is the advice? You are rare and free. There are not many like you. You can do this. Yeah. Okay. What's the advice, Spirit? So we've got the Queen of Wands and we've got the Death card. The Death, and how I'm reading this Death card is it's time for change. It's time for rebirth. You could be a fire sign. Yeah, it's time for action. It's time for you to make this decision. Whoever I'm speaking to, it's time to use this sword. It's time to use this sword and make this decision to do the shadow work. Yeah, it's time to do the shadow work. It's time to take off this mask, to figure out what your truth is and how to heal, to move forward. This death energy, this is endings for new beginnings. This is rebirth energy right here. Yeah. What else, Spirit? What else? Yeah, it's time to get off the fence, right? So we've got 2 of Pentacles and Temperance. So I feel like this is saying Spirit has been patient enough with you, and it's time for you to make a decision. You've been juggling this for a long time. You've been on the tightrope, right? You've been balancing this light and dark for so long that it's time to make a decision. It is. It's time for you to have harmony in your life, balance and harmony. Wouldn't that be nice? You could be really hard on yourself too, or you're like, let me show you this card again. You're thinking, you're balancing this light and dark. You're like light, but I want to do dark things, but I want to go towards the light, and you're just getting very dizzy because you're going back and forth and back and forth, and you're not balanced. Same thing here. You're just back and forth, back and forth. You're getting really dizzy. Do you see this back here? See all those rough seas? You're getting very seasick because you're not making a clear-cut decision. Well, Spirit is saying it's time to make that clear-cut decision. Okay? Yes, it's time to use the sword of truth and make that clear-cut decision. Do you see the sword in the middle here? Yeah, it's time to make a decision. And you can do it because you are rare and free, and there aren't many like you. You can do this. Pick up the sword, metaphorically, and make that decision. I believe in you. Spirit believes in you. You just have to believe in you. All right, what else, Spirit? What else? Anything else? Any other advice? Yeah, we've got Justice and we've got the Knight of Swords and the World. Yeah, this just feels like it's time to make a decision. It's time to make a decision. You might feel like you don't want to make a quick decision, but you've been on that fence for so long. You've been stuck in no decision for so long that Spirit is saying it's time to make a decision. Because no decision is a decision technically, but it's time for you to make a decision to do your shadow work. It's time to do your shadow work. Yeah. We've got the World at the bottom and the Three of Cups. So if you don't put an end to this no decision stuff, like if you put an end to this no decision stuff, it's going to make you happy. You're going to celebrate, okay? You're going to celebrate. This is going to be a good move for you. This is going to be a good move for you. Just take your own good advice. Yeah. You might think that it won't be a good decision, but Spirit is saying it is a good decision. It is. And it's going to make you happy. You're going to celebrate. It's going to be hard work. It will be hard work. But it'll be worth it. It will. Okay, let's get a couple of other cards here, and then we will close it out. We'll get some, let's see. Oh, let's do some shadow cards. Let's see what you need to work on. What we need to work on. Whoever I'm speaking to, see what we need to work on, okay? All right, Spirit. What kind of shadow work do we need to work on for our highest and greatest good, please? Yeah, it's time. Time to stop wearing a mask. Okay, what kind of shadow work? Okay, my dog's laying over there. She's sleeping. Oh, you okay, honey? Okay, well, She's okay. Okay, so we have Steel's Limelight. Do you have a strong desire to be the best or most recognized due to feeling inferior to others? You have a strong desire to be noticed by others, therefore you try to outshine others at every opportunity. Okay, some of you might need to work on this. Okay. Remember, you are rare and free. There are not many like you. You don't have to steal the limelight. You have your own limelight. You're unique. Okay, and that's number 71. And then we have number 14, and this says defensive. Do you act defensively to distract you from your feelings of being hurt? Boy, I used to do this all the time. You use defensiveness as a way to challenge or avoid criticism from others, a form of self-protection. Yeah. Okay, some of you might be very defensive because you're just trying to protect yourself. So these are a couple of things that some of you might need to work on in your shadow work. Okay, let's get a couple more. Anything else, Spirit? You okay, Luda? Make sure my new doggy's okay. She's okay. Okay, we've got two more here. Oh, we've got some gossiping. Number 43. Do you gossip because it provides you with a sense of bonding that you crave? You engage in casual or unconstrained conversations about other people, typically involving details that are not confirmed as being true. Again, number 43, gossips. Some of you might be gossiping. A lot of this stuff, a lot of gossip just isn't true. I don't gossip. I don't like to gossip. Something I used to do when I was unhealed, but I don't do this anymore. So some of you might need to work on that. And then we've got codependent, number 23. I definitely had to heal from being codependent. So don't feel bad about that. I mean, I had to do a lot of healing for codependency. A lot of people have this issue. So it says, do you find yourself in these relationships because you cannot recognize your own worth without feeling cared for or needed by others? You have an unhealthy way of obtaining self-esteem, and your feelings of safety is dependent on another. So again, number 23, and codependent. So some of you may have codependency issues, and you can work on that. So we have steals limelight, defensive, gossips, and codependent. Now, if you need help healing with that and you have access to therapy or a coach of some kind, or if you want to talk to like a spiritual leader or a spiritual advisor or something like that, that's totally fine. Don't feel bad about that. You should do that. I had to get help with that, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, all right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have competitive, number 3, and it says, why do you feel the need to dominate or conquer everyone else to prove your own worth? You feeling successful is predicated by the failure of others. So some of you might need to work on this competitiveness as some of your shadow work. So a lot of this will also, once you start loving yourself and you go through the shadow work, and as you begin to heal and you go through your healing journey, once you realize your worth and you start loving yourself, a lot of these things, a lot of these wounds, you will start healing, and it will be a beautiful thing. Okay. All right, well, let's get a fairy card and then we will close it out. You know, shadow work is not easy to talk about, but we got to talk about it. Spirit wants to talk about it, and it's work that it just has to be done. I feel that it's important. It was important in my healing. So, and obviously Spirit wants to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it. If this triggers you, then you got some healing to do, and that's okay. Spirit loves you. I love you. And You're going to love yourself. I promise. You will. You will. Just take some work. You're not alone, okay? You're never alone. You're going to get through this. You will. All right, Spirit. What is the final message for my truth seekers and my wisdom warriors? Fairy message. Final message. Okay. Just the final message, Spirit. Is there? Oh, here we go. All right, we have find balance. This is green. It's reminding me of the heart chakra. Find balance. Find the balance between your work, rest, and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap. That's nice. Look at that. Find balance. Especially when you're doing all this healing and the shadow work. Take care of you. Take care of yourself. Take naps. They help. Okay. Well, that was your message. I hope that it was helpful. Remember, don't dim to fit in, shine bright, and live true. I will see you in the next video. Bye.